Well, those are your latest headlines. Hello and welcome to France 24. I'm Louise Hannah. But first, the US has called on the UN Security Council to get ready to hit Syria with tougher sanctions. Well, let's cross live now to our correspondent in Beirut, Lucy Fielder. Lucy, Clinton there calling for tough action from the UN Security Council in terms of a resolution, and yet in the same breath she admitted that they're unlikely to get it. So what was the point? Now, Lucy, the Syrian government on Thursday signed an agreement to allow UN monitors access throughout the country. Their first stop now has got to be Homs. Thank you very much, Lucy. That was Lucy Fielder, our correspondent, talking to us live there from Beirut. Well, it's been a frenetic few weeks with accusations, promises and the odd white lie. But today, campaigning for the French presidential election comes to an end at midnight ahead of Sunday's first round. It's going to be a long weekend for current leader Nicolas Sarkozy. He faces the prospect of becoming the first French leader not to be re-elected for a second term in 30 years. After the latest polls show that socialist candidate François Hollande would confidently beat him in both the first and second rounds. Well, while Sarkozy and Hollande face off for first position, third place is currently being fought over by the far left and far right. Video games helped inspire the man who carried out one of the worst shooting sprees in recent history. And as Behring Breivik on Thursday told an Oslo court that he played the popular Call of Duty Modern Warfare to practice his shooting skills. He then went on to kill 77 at a Labour youth camp on the island of Utøya. Well, it's the latest in a long line of revelations as the case got underway this week. Let's cross live now to our correspondent Nina Bergeland, who's in Oslo. Nina, yesterday was a particularly tough day for families of the victims. Today's set to be even tougher. Well, Nina, this trial is all about determining whether Breivik is sane or not. So what have the last few days told us? It certainly is. Well, thank you very much for that update. Nina Bergeland reporting for us there from Oslo. Now, this is not the time for war. The message from UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon to South Sudan and Sudan as violence continues along the border. The international community is stepping up diplomatic pressure in a bid to prevent all-out war from once again flaring between the two. Well, the recent bout was sparked when South Sudan occupied the oil-rich town of Hejlij along the border.